Hi guys, welcome to Back on Two Wheels. Okay, so we're off down to a particular place where motoring goods are sold, and it's probably like a 5 minute journey from my house, but we're still in lockdown at this time when this was recorded. It was early March, I believe, like the beginning of March, before the 8th. And you can make shopping trips, essential shopping trips, but no one said you had to go the direct route and you couldn't go the long way round. So anyway, we're going the longer way round. I hope you enjoy. So as you can see, it's a lovely day. Some clouds in the sky, but a lot of blue up there as well. So yeah, very nice. It was still cold, but hey, it has been, isn't it? So there we are. But lovely nonetheless. You can probably see the bike does need a little bit of a clean, the little bit that you can see of it. So I'm off down to buy some cleaning products, and I thought I'd take the route past. There's a motorcycle accessory sort of place up near me, and the idea was that I'd have a scoot round there first, just in case they're open. You never can tell. So it's a bit long-winded. What I'm doing with this is I'm actually sort of I'm speeding up some of the video as well, so that it's not just the entirety of my trip, as it were. So you will see it going a little bit faster, and certainly it's not that I've opened the throttle up a considerable amount. It's just here we are. Look, I'm not really doing that sort of speed, so I just fastened up the video a bit just to push it along. So here we are, back to normal. But okay, so where are we and what are we doing now? So 2021, we're still in lockdown, although when you're watching this, you've already had a few weeks where some restrictions were slightly lifted. We've still got a way to go. Now obviously I want to get the bike out and on the road. So currently I'm restricting that with work, but the plan is for me to take the bike over to Germany, which is where I'll be next, and the Munich area, so right down towards the south of Germany, and you know, it's going to be mountains and all. You know, we're just off of Austria, Switzerland, so I'm quite excited about the what could possibly be some really lovely rides coming up. I'm also toying with the idea of putting this video in its entirety out just as a separate one with nothing on it, although, you know, you'll see this bit that's coming up here, I've speeded it up, and you know, there's no one on the road, and all of a sudden we've got a traffic jam, mainly due to road works. They're doing works on the roundabout, as you can see, loads of cones, and I'm stuck behind this tanker, and unfortunately not really space, not that I was too bothered really, but you know, space either side was a little bit restricted, and subsequently it took up quite a bit of my time, and also meant that I was, well, the battery went on the GoPro just as you got down to the end of the roundabout or whatever. You know, when I come back and looked, I changed the battery at my location. I got to the place I was looking to see if they were open, and they weren't. And then when I had a look, the GoPro was off. So there we are. I had to change the batteries for my. There we are. So J&S bought. That's where I bought the Mrs. crash helmet sometime last year, and yeah, they've got like 2 lots there. So I just took a couple of photos of the bike before heading off the long way round Wellingborough to the destination. So anyway, let's I'll let you enjoy a little bit more of the ride, and then I'll get back to you. So anyway, I've never been around this part of Wellingborough before. Since relocating to this area, I spent most of my time working away, so I'm not up, au fait with all the roads around this part. Most of my journeys have been down from where we are down into Kent and things like that, Kent, London, whatever. So although I know those routes, it's nice to pick up some of the local area and just sort of start to get used to it, for the times that I can get back and ride it. It doesn't matter where you are, to be honest. The journey is the journey, and that's the beauty of bike, or at least that's why I ride a bike as such. Obviously I've got a car, but the bike just gives you that, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just that joy of freedom, being out. You're more or less in the elements, and yeah, it's just the journey becomes key, I think, and not the destination. I don't need to scrape my knee, to be honest. If my knee's down near the floor, it's probably because I've fallen off. That's about the only reason why my knee's going to be down, that's for sure. And plus the bike's not really that sort of bike. So anyway, we're going down to pick up some cleaning products for the bike. I've had a look at it, and it's looking a bit mucky. Obviously it's got this lovely white frame, and it's due a clean. Now I have to be honest, I'm not really one for necessarily keeping it. I'm not one of these keep it pristine at all times, but I can understand the benefit of giving it a wash and keeping a few things in good nick. It's they're not cheap. They're never cheap, and if you it's always I say it's not always okay. It's an alternative to the car. So I've got other vehicles. If it's really murky and mucky, I can just go out and nip out in the car. But you got to, in order to sort of try and keep the things in good condition. Yeah, you can keep it sort of indoors, which it's kept out of the elements, all secure. But you're going to go out, it's going to rain, or it's going to have been raining, and you're going to flick up the dirty water up against every little nook and cranny, and it's going to sort of start to look a bit naff. So with that in mind, I've decided that I've got to be a bit more careful and look after my asset, as it were. So we're off down to pick up some. I won't say the name, but it's all like a pink stuff that you spray on. So you probably know what it is. And I'll be giving it a wash. I mean, generally speaking, in the past it probably just would have been a bucket of washing up liquid in a bucket and a sponge, give it a waz over, and that's pretty much it. Hose off and sort of let it dry. So in this instance I've got a few different bits of stuff that I'm doing, so I'll be also giving the chain a clean. I don't think I've ever cleaned a chain in my life, to be honest. But then, as I say, the last time I had bikes, I was in my 20s, so you can, we can all be, we're all idiots in our 20s, and some of us maintain that for our later years. So, as I say, I'm trying to make sure that this is maintained, So I've got the necessary brushes and sort of chain cleaner, chain lube or whatever, so I'll be giving it a go, especially as I say, I'm looking to be taking it over into Europe, and that's going to take up some fair old mileage, so it needs to be maintained so that I don't have any I don't want to be having to repair things while I'm out there or anything else. So it's got some, it doesn't come with knobblies, so it'll be mainly road. I'd say 99% of the journey will be road, and then I might end up on a little bit of gravel somewhere here and there, but they're road bias tyres on the bike, so I'm looking to get them pretty much used and hopefully changed when in June, when we're sort of supposedly out of lockdown and everything, all the restrictions have been hopefully lifted. And then we've got the Adventure Biker rally that's going on, so I've got a ticket to that. I mentioned it before in other videos, I'm sure. So I think what I'll do is come back and probably get a set of dual sport type tyres on it, so that if I'm having a little scoot around a Ragley Hall, I'm not trying to do it on slicks or whatever. So so there we are. I'll probably change the tyre. So I want to get some mileage on these ones anyway. It may just be that I get them swapped over and then keep them for later, as it were, maybe to put them back on, or if the ones I buy are still sort of pretty good for the road, then they'll probably sort of collect cobwebs in the shed or whatever. So that's the plan. So there we are. Yeah, that's enough for now. I'll let you enjoy a bit more of the ride. So anyway, little bit about the bike, because obviously that's why we're all here, I guess. It's not just watching me ride round to the shops. And one of my little niggles with the bike that I had mentioned is that it doesn't actually show the mileage on it at any given time. So you've got tripometers on it, so you could effectively have that on and it will show you how many miles you've done since you've reset it. Now I guess I could have just had one set from when it was bought or whatever, but it's something that niggled me, to be honest. And since then, or since this ride out, and I actually noticed it when I was cleaning the bike, to be honest. I would set it up on its main stand, and for some reason I put the key in, I think, and turned it on because I was going to be cleaning it and didn't want the sort of alarms and things going off. But I turned it on and off a few times, and noticed that as you turn it on, it gives you at the top of in the middle of the screen at the top there, it gives you the mileage, which is all very good. You can't see it while you're riding along, but yes, it's there. So because I wanted to check it to make sure that all the documentation was right, because you've got these apps and various other apps that go with the bike that give a particular mileage, and obviously I wanted it to be right, as it were. So I can see the mileage, albeit momentarily, as I switch the bike on and or turn it off. I think it gives it on both sides. So yeah, that was a little niggle that's sort of been addressed, albeit I would like to be able to see the mileage, a few numbers within the screen at all times. Maybe I'm too picky. Well, I don't know if it's just me, but certainly if I had a motorcycle coming towards me on what is effectively a clear road, I know he's had to overtake all these vehicles, but I might have actually been a bit closer to the vehicles on my side of the road, or as his side of the road, as it were. So yeah, it was a little bit of a tight squeeze over to the edge there. Stick something. Maybe it was me that's wrong. Listen, I've only been back on the road effectively this telling the last year. I've probably done maybe 1,500 miles in the last year, ultimately back on the road, as it were. So I'm still getting to grips with it all, but it certainly seemed like there was an element of there's the old Wellingborough Triumph where I bought the bike from, and little plug there for him, I guess. So yeah, if it was me, I think I would have given some more room. Driving that big old box, and I don't know, he could have gone along with the doors open, I think, between himself and the parked cars. So thank you, fella, for your inconsiderate driving. But anyway, it might have been me. I'm not, no one's ever blameless, I guess. I just thought that there'd be enough room for both of us, easily enough room without me having to sort of swerve slightly and get myself over towards the curb in order not to come a cropper, as it were. So yeah, so there we are. So we're coming along here. We got some swans, I think it is, in the little river on the left. So everyone out, bit of sunshine, and look, we're all out. It was a cold day still. It wasn't a hot day. The sun shining you know, you might think, oh, it was lovely and warm that day, but no, it wasn't. We was getting over some cold spells. I think we'd even had some snow before then. So, not on the same day, obviously, but a few days before, I think we'd had snow and there'd been winds and all sorts. So this was sort of like a bit of a last-ditch look at getting some mileage on the thing, you know, sort of charge the battery up, as it were, and you know, what sort of excuse can I use to get out on the bike? I don't think we're allowed to be pleasure riding, but you know, I was on my way somewhere, so it is what it is. So anyway, so this bit here, this is, for some reason, I've been to this place countless of times, and I always do this. I always go to the wrong turn off. I think it's because I see the sign there, or I see the orangeness of the sign, and it just clicks. Oh, I've got to go off there, and I've probably done it on these bikeways. I've probably done it, you know, 3 or 4 times, and I should learn by now. So as I pulled in, well, not as I pulled in, but as I came off at that junction, I realised I'd made the mistake, but obviously I had to give a little turn around and back down and the correct way. So maybe because I've done it so many times, it's sort of become a sort of a muscle memory, whereby, oh, I have to go up there, go the wrong way, and then come back again and go the right way. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, it's an extra few hundred yards on the speedo, isn't it? It's and I've, you know, been around a couple of bends. So here we are. So this is the end of this particular video. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, hopefully you liked it, and you might press the like button, and if you subscribe, and maybe do the bell thing. I don't know where it is, to be honest. I'm not clued up enough about the YouTube thing at the moment. I'm still getting used to it all. So like it, subscribe, and you'll pick up other videos that I've done, and hopefully enjoy those as well. I do have one that was about a crash helmet that I ordered, and it's had a number of views. Some people not liking it because basically I was sort of scammed, but ultimately I did get my money back in the end, so all good. But that's had the most amount of views, so we'll see. I'll see you on the next one, and ride safely and enjoy the ride. See you soon. Bye.